Our investigative reporter Mary Keeler is live at Westhill High School tonight after following these hoax calls across central New York and digging into what police were learning about them. Mary?
Well, these unfounded threats that are sweeping the region, touching Westhill School today, earlier, and also Cazenovia in Madison County. Of course, scaring students, staff, and their parents along the way. Tonight, the Madison County Sheriff telling me that whoever is behind these, if they're caught, should be prosecuted. The Onondaga County Sheriff's Office confirms a 911 call alleging a shooting with injuries at Westhill High School Thursday morning was a hoax. A spokesperson saying it's a case of swatting. It's a computer-generated active shooter threat, one of a handful across the region reported.
It's scary. It's emotional. It's, my heart sank when I heard there was something going on. Within a minute, I had the information that it was a false report, but now it's trying to figure out exactly what is going on.
No mass dismissal in that district, and students and staff are safe. Some parents came to get their kids early, hugging them outside.
I don't care who you are, you're a parent, you're a student, you're a staff member, on some level it's traumatic.
Cazenovia's superintendent put the district in a precautionary lockout in response to the threats in nearby communities. The notice going out to district families via email.
That's just a precautionary measure. It's single point of entry when you go into the school, just to make sure nobody comes into the building unnoticed. It's business as usual in the school district when they're in that.
Madison County Sheriff Todd Hood is monitoring the investigations following this. As news of these threats throughout the state came in, he was sitting in a meeting with dozens of sheriffs. He's also the leader of the National Sheriff's Association School Safety Task Force.
The swatting, sometimes the phone numbers are anonymous. Sometimes they're spoofed, which means it shows up as a different number. So we're looking into all options and working together in law enforcement to figure this thing out and to hold these people accountable.
Sheriff Hood says that accountability in the form of charges and prosecution could be a couple of different things, reporting a false incident and even making a terroristic threat.
Tonight, following the false claims, community members are weighing in on this scary situation. They're happy to know their children are safe, but still shocked by the false reports. CBS 5's Morgan Scott is with the Live Eye outside of Westhill High School tonight. Morgan, what can you tell us?
Just days after the deadly school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, parents and community members here say it is beyond frustrating to know that at a time like this, someone's making false reports of an active shooter across school districts. The swatting incident at Westhill High School was a terrifying moment for many.
Initially, my heart dropped because with everything that's gone on, especially what happened in Nashville earlier this week, I think it's alarming to all parents around the country. Although police say the report of an active shooter on school grounds were false, recent events like this week's Nashville shooting, which took the lives of 6, has most people on high alert. Well, I grew up in the 90s during the era of the bomb threats. So it kind of feels like going right back to that all over again. The schools don't feel like they're getting any safer, and there's no answers as to why anyone would be doing this. Some say school shootings have become too common, and while this was a false report, some parents in the area still question even sending their children to school.
Me and my wife just want to get our kids homeschooled almost, like it's scary. I don't know, we're just worried about it. We're scared, we don't even like coming out anymore, really. Stay close to home.
Because I had school shootings at my hometown. It's just very scary, especially sending your kids to school. And for my opinion, I just would rather have my kids at home and homeschool them and not even want to send them out. One neighbor I spoke with is both a parent and part of school staff. She says as happy as she is to know students at Westhill are safe, the false call can still take an emotional toll.
When we have a lockdown drill, it's such a serious sort of thing, and it affects the kids.
For now, parents say continued conversations with their children about safety is at the top of their to-do list.
And it's like, be safe, get out if you can, but if you can't, do what they're telling you to do, because that's your best bet.
It's not a political thing. It's not at all. It's really just about safety, and that is the bottom line.
And neighbors I spoke with say an incident like this, although false, can easily bring more fear from parents and students, and it is not a situation to take lightly.